Welcome welcome all to episode 10 of IceDJ Games deBETA podcast. Today's a special episode as we reach double figures, and I'll explain that shortly, but first I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Noah Graham and I'll be the host for today, and I'm joined by Cody Jepson. How's it going, Cody?
Doing great.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. And I'm also joined by Jonathan Moore. How's it going, Jonathan?
I'm good, man.
I think that's the first time I've ever called you Jonathan. I apologise for that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone calls me that.
It's just a sophisticated name.
Right.
So, as I mentioned earlier, it's a special episode where we're going to have a game show sort of theme to it. Essentially, between the topics, I'll ask Jon and Cody one question about the gaming industry, and if they get it right, they get a point, and after 3 questions each, so 6 questions in total, whoever has the most points will win. But like usual, we'll just go straight into games we've been playing, and I think you should start that off, Cody.
So lately I have been playing Mighty Gunvolt, which is for the 3DS. I backed Mighty Number 9 back when it was, in the Kickstarter phase, and at the beginning of September they shipped out free codes for all of their backers for Mighty Gunvolt for free. So for their United States backers, and I gave it a shot, free, why not? And it was fun. I was really impressed. It felt like a Mega Man game, bosses and all. There were points and whatnot spread around, so it kind of felt like Mega Man 1. You could play as 3 characters: Beck from Mighty Number 9, Gunvolt, which is from Azure Strike Gunvolt, which if you buy Azure Strike Gunvolt, I think from between now and the end of September, you get Mighty Number 9, or Mighty Gunvolt free. And they had Ikaro from Galgun as a playable character, and she's a Cupid. Also, with Galgun, look that up at your own risk, because it's a weird game. I'll just say that. It's a very Japanese dating sim-esque game. And, so, But, yeah, it's really fun. All the characters had their own unique movesets. It was a really short game. I think it was only like 6 levels. If you played them decently well, you could beat the levels in maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, And, but it had nice replayability, and I mean, for free, it was worth it. So, and I've also been playing Minecraft, which just came out on the PS4 and Xbox One. I've been playing it on the PS4. I've been playing it with friends. I've been playing it with IceDJ Gaming people. It's fun. Minecraft's always been a fun multiplayer game for me, because there's so much you can do, and if the world gets deleted or you want to start a new one, there's always something else that could happen that, every time you play, it's always something unique, and it's always something I look forward to. So, and then lastly, I've been playing Destiny, which is no surprise, so we'll leave that for later.
Yeah, I think that's our second topic, so yeah, we'll have a big discussion about Destiny. Going back to that Mighty Gunvolt, I think I only understood 2 words in there, and that was Mega Man and Mighty Number 9. They're the only 2 things I've heard of. And yeah, Minecraft's a good shout. I'm currently playing on PS3. I'll hopefully upgrade to PS4 soon. But Jon, would you like to go next?
Yeah, I've actually been playing Minecraft with Cody and with some of the other guys from IceDJ Gaming. It is fun, and actually it's kind of relaxing for me, because like the music is just really kind of like low key, and I just kind of lay back and just do whatever. And sometimes it can get kind of gets kind of crazy. Like I remember me and Mike from IceDJ Gaming, we went down to like a cave, and we fell down with this big opening, and there's just creepers and skeletons, and we died in a second, and we're like, yep, not going down there again. So I mean, it can be relaxing, but there's that the urgency that can come with that game too. But yeah, I love that, and I've actually never played it before, so getting it on PlayStation 4 is It's fun so far. I've been playing Destiny, of course, too, so we'll leave that for later. And I purchased NHL 15, which I was told not to by the internet, but I did anyway. And I guess the big negative with that is they left out the EA Sports Hockey League, which is essentially like you make your own team online with your friends and you play other people's teams online. So they left that completely out, which is like one of the biggest modes that's like come up from the NHL games, and they completely didn't have it at all. And they told us they weren't going to have it. People there was like huge backlash for it. But I've been playing that, and it's still pretty fun. The presentation is awesome. Like the intro to the games and the commentary. They have new commentators, so that's all fresh. But like the whole presentation of all the games and like in Be a Pro mode, all that's really, really like solid. And it like draws you into the excitement for every game you play. So it thinks that it's like there's no EA Sports Hockey League, but the game's still fun and it plays pretty well. So it's still fun to me.
Yeah, what would you give it on a score?
I was thinking I can't give it, and I can't go above an 8. Like I can't just because like so I played NHL 13, and basically the only thing I did was the EA Sports Hockey League, because that's huge. You just play there's like a ranking system, and there's 3 divisions, and you can win trophies. It's just like it's the biggest thing in NHL. So not having that really hurt it, but I didn't want to drop it any lower than like a 7, because it's still a good game. Like the graphics are great. The players are very like they look just like their counterparts in real life, and I mean it's smooth. There's some minor gameplay issues that I found, but really doesn't really draw anything away from it. But I would probably give it about a 7.5.
So
yeah, go ahead, Cody.
Is the thing you're talking about that was cut? Is that something that they could easily put back in, or is it something they plan on putting back in?
I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah.
But I don't think if they did, it wouldn't. I don't know what any of that encompasses and how to put that back in, but it would probably take a while, I assume, because it's big. Yeah. But I guess to help answer that question is they don't have online team play, which essentially is you just get into a lobby of people and you play against each other. That's all that is. But they don't have that either, but they're patching that in later. Okay. So I think they could do it. Yeah, I think they could do it, but I have not heard anything that says that they will.
All right.
Yeah, I don't understand that when sports sort of games leave stuff out that they've had in previous iterations that people have loved, but I do know that there was some problems with NHL 15 that they weren't working on it for about a year or something like that because they're working on other projects, and then they'll rush to do this one. So it's a shame that they've done a game that's not up to what people wanted, but I guess that's just how it goes. You've got previous iterations if you want to play those, I guess.
Yeah, but it's still fun actually. Like I love the Be a Pro mode. I feel like they could have. It's kind of bare bones. Like there's not a lot of depth to it, but I mean it's still fun. So.
Yeah, this is the first one on PS4 and Xbox One, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's probably where a lot of the disappointments come. New hardware, and it's not even got stuff that it had on previous consoles, which is a bit.
Yeah.
Seems a bit cheap.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think that's the feeling with a lot of games this gen, that they've just not lived up to the standard of the console, as it were. We've had such huge expectations for new hardware, and all the games are on par with games we've had previously. But I guess we'll discuss whether Destiny has lived up to that later on.
And actually, I'm gonna throw. I hope they do kind of the thing they do with Minecraft. Like if you can upgrade to the, like say they do. I want to say like if they put, since they left out this big chunk of NHL 15 and everyone's against it. It's horrible. Like I try to talk to everyone about it and they're like, nope, I'm not getting it. Nope, I'm not getting it. Like I wonder if like if 16 comes out, if they'll like, I hope that they put the Hockey League in there. If they'll make it the price, like if you get it digitally or something, they make the price go down or something, because this is it was terrible. It's just bad the way they did this one.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be on EA Access quite quicker than people would have thought.
The demo had a lot of praise though, didn't it? Like I heard good things about the demo.
Yeah, Brett and Mike played it from IceDJ Gaming. They loved it. Mike doesn't even have the real game, and he played it, and he said it was good. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was. I was just missing out on that gameplay option. So I'll go into what I've been playing. Once again, Bradman Cricket. I'm not going to praise it this week because I was playing it, and I had an issue with it, and I think it's an issue I have with all sports games right now, and I'm a bit annoyed at myself that it took me about 2 months into it to discover this. But there's no like female athletes in it. I just don't.
Wow.
Not knowing the cricket scene, is that common for there not to be women in cricket?
No, I mean it's with a lot of sports. Like they're not, the female sort of, I guess, versions aren't as well supported as the male versions, but it's just something that struck me. Just surprised me, because in Bradman Cricket you can go into customization and put equipment on that people used to wear in like the 50s, and you just think they've gone to all that trouble. How hard would it be just to have a female version? But then, seen as other major sporting companies like EA don't implement female versions, especially of FIFA.
Well,
unless there is, I wasn't aware of it.
There's not in FIFA from what I've seen, but actually I guess that the one thing they got in NHL 15 was that you can like when you make your character and be a pro, you can be a woman. There's no women in NHL in the National Hockey League, so I mean that's one thing I guess.
It's quite a weird sport to sort of start it up there, isn't it? Like in the gaming world. But
yeah.
I just thought it was quite weird, because I mean there's been a lot of controversy in recent times over female characters in games, and it's just surprised at how females not being implemented in sports games recently, or like ever, apart from NHL. It was just something that I noticed that I thought, that's not very good. Hopefully within the next 5 years they'll come into it. But I've also been playing Danganronpa on my PlayStation Vita. I really like the game, like the emotional sort of impact you have on it. It's called like Hope's Despair is sort of like the slogan for it, and you really do get despaired. Like every time somebody's convicted and the Monokuma, the bear, like kills somebody in a brutal fashion, or just each time you go into one of those trials, it really just does make you feel empty, because this person that you've been talking to as your friend has just suddenly disappeared because they've killed somebody, or they've been involved as the victim, and it's a brilliant game. The thing that I find quite annoying about it is there's been 4 essentially murder sort of scenarios, and I've guessed all 3 of them before even before the trial's even begun. So I'm essentially just going through all this dialogue, just trying to get to a conclusion that I already had, like when I first discovered all the evidence. So.
Oh man.
So
that's a bit.
You're still talking about the first one, right?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't got my hands on the second one yet.
Can you like wrongly accuse people and still get it right, or is it like this? For this trial, this guy is clearly in the wrong, and if you don't get it right, it's like it's your head instead of his.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Essentially it. Yeah, you have to get because they're called blackened once they've killed somebody. And you don't know who the blackened is, but the aim of the game, or the sort of like story, is you have to kill and not be found out, and then you graduate. And if people guess it wrong, then everybody else dies, and the blackened graduates. And obviously, the way you have to do it is you have to guess you have to go through sort of screens of text, like producing evidence, finding out who did it, and then that person's convicted.
Yeah.
And you kind of have like a health bar for like all the wrong statements you get and things like that, and then if you die you just get to retry it. So it's not open in the way of choices. Like, I think that would be quite cool.
Yeah.
Quite cool way if you could kill other not players, but you know what I mean, characters.
Yeah.
But the Danganronpa is very much one storyline. Like, people die when they're supposed to, and people kill when they're supposed to. So you can't have like an optional thing. It'd be quite good to implement in future future games though. I've also been playing Minecraft, as I said earlier, for the PS3. Right now, it just seems like, because I was wanting to do a big Monokuma statue, got halfway through and I realised that his head will hit the ceiling of the game, so I've had to dig underneath. So I've just been essentially clearing land for it.
I think the PS4 version might have a higher ceiling too. Yeah.
I need to get that version.
Yeah.
I really do.
You can transfer maps and stuff too from the PS3 to the PS4, so...
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Yep.
So I can play with you guys as well. Show off my Monokuma statue, essentially. I've also been playing Fallout 3. You know, the game that I said scared me.
Oh gosh.
I just love that game. Like it's so glitchy. The characters don't know what they're doing half the time, but there's just something so awesome about it. I presume you guys have played Fallout 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I just went back into it, because I don't actually have New Vegas. I'm sure I would have played that if I had it, but I don't know, I just got a craving for Fallout 3.
You tired of cricket?
Nah, never. I was a bit disappointed actually, because Naruto was supposed to arrive yesterday, so I could start playing that and doing my review, but it still hasn't arrived, so hopefully I'll get it today. Yeah, we'll go into the first topic after quite a long time of discussion.
Yep.
What is the best post-apocalyptic game? So that obviously links quite nicely with Fallout 3, but why don't you start us off with that, John?
Okay. I had a tough time with this one. I guess the best one that I've played that I liked. There's two really. The Last of Us, that was probably, I'll have to say that was probably the best one. The other one I was thinking of was the Gears of War series. I guess two different kind of post-apocalyptic, but yeah, I was kind of fighting with those two because I love the Gears of War series. Is awesome. I mean, it just all three games, like the story for all three of those is just great, and how they tied into each other. But I guess I would have to put The Last of Us first. The story replay value for that is awesome. I got it on PS3 first, and I played through it on I played through it on normal, and I was like, man, I'm gonna do that on hard. So I went through it on hard, and I died a lot more. But I love all the I love like the clickers and how like that. Some of that can get pretty I guess scary, pretty jumpy when I was doing it, because like sometimes you're limited in light, and just the whole game. I felt a bunch of different emotions while I played through the whole story. So the setting, the way they did the setting, everything for the post-apocalyptic theme was I thought was perfect in the way they did it. So I'll have to say The Last of Us.
Yeah, I like The Last of Us just because there's a 20-year gap. You know how it's begun, but you don't know like how the civilization just crumbled. You just sort of like see that through Joel, how he's had to survive. And so I think, yeah, Last of Us would be my top one, and then second would be obviously Dead Island. I'm kidding. It's,
I was shocked there for a minute. I'm like, oh no.
You kind of caught me off guard, yeah.
Yeah. No, Dead Island's a horrible game. Don't play it. I don't like saying that about games, but oh god, that was just... I had to force myself to play that.
Man.
My second one would probably be Fallout, just because I love the world. I love Bethesda. I love the customization, all the options that you have, and I can't wait for the next one. What about you, Cody?
So originally I thought I had a hard time with this too. Originally I thought Gears of War, because that was a series that I really looked forward to. But you know me, trying to think outside the box. Wind Waker. I really, really, really enjoy Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and it really is a story of post-apocalyptic nature. Basically, spoilers for anyone who cares. There was originally, the land of Hyrule and whatnot, and if you go off the timeline, the hero of time fails to save the, Hyrule of his time, and Hyrule gets completely annihilated, and for whatever reason I've forgotten by now, the whole world gets flooded. So at the start of Wind Waker, there's no Hyrule. You have no idea. There's no connection at all to previous Zeldas, I guess. There's no Zelda at first. There's no. You're technically wearing the hero's garb, but it's an old tradition of kids when they turn of age to wear the green tunic and whatnot, and it just feels weird going from island to island. You're like, this doesn't feel right, and then halfway through the game, the plot starts to unravel, and you find out that, oh well, Hyrule's actually flooded, and you go to Hyrule and you see how everything just got destroyed and demolished, and you get to go into Hyrule Temple, and everything's broken and destroyed, and there are people still petrified, that used to be there when everything went down, that were frozen in time, as kind of like a last ditch effort from the Hero of Time to kind of save Hyrule. And I don't know, I thought it was a really, really cool game, and definitely not what you think of when you think of post-apocalyptic, but...
Or what you think of Zelda. I mean, I never even that was never in my mind to consider Zelda post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I definitely.
That's awesome.
I definitely had to go through the definition of apocalyptic through a few websites and whatnot, but I made sure. So.
Just have an image of you furiously typing it into Google, just trying to scrape up, going on to like the 100 page in the search list thing.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I think we should enter round one of deBETA Cast episode 10 quiz questions, and we'll start off with you, Cody, just because you said, "Oh man, you're obviously excited for it."
I don't know if that's the word I would use, but okay.
I can hear your anticipation, Cody. Don't try and hide it. Okay. So this one is, considering Destiny came out, I thought we should have one that's a couple of questions that are linked to that. So, Cody, what character does the voice actor for Ghost in Destiny, that's Peter Dinklage, play in Game of Thrones? Is it A, Tywin Lannister, B, Tyrion Lannister, or C, Jaime Lannister?
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
I wasn't sure if you had.
Oh god. Give me the questions one more time, or the answers, I suppose.
A, Tywin Lannister, B, Tyrion Lannister, or C, Jaime Lannister.
I'm gonna make an ass of myself on the internet if I don't get this right. But, was it Tyrion Lannister?
That's correct.
Oh my god, thank you.
Nice.
Whew. If that was a multiple choice, I would have been really doomed.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had, so I thought I'd best give him options.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so your first question, John.
Awesome.
How many planets can you visit in Destiny on launch? Is it A6, B7, or C8? Now these are just planets, not moons.
Planets. Oh my gosh. What was the answer? Oh, the answers. What's the answer, Noah?
You're not catching me out
John.
like
that. I tried to sneak that in, it didn't work. What are the options?
A6, B7, C8.
How many planets can you visit? Oh, that was the...
I didn't even
test my
think
counting
6.
skills here. 6.5. Is that an answer? No.
Come on, just pick one.
I feel dumb. 7?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 6.
Ah, dang it. Wait, what are they? I feel stupid. I play it all the time.
I'm not sure. I haven't played Destiny. I guess it would be Earth, Mars, Venus. I think was one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the other 3?
That's the only 3
Jupiter.
I know of. Oh, is Jupiter?
Yeah, me too.
I know there's two moons, because obviously the Crucible is one of Jupiter's moons, I think, or Mars moons. No, not Mars moons, Earth moon.
But you just said planets, though, huh?
Yeah. I can't name all the planets. I just know there's 6 of them.
Man, I don't even know. Oh well. I guess I'm in for a big surprise.
We'll Google it afterwards. Anyway. Yeah, so it's 1 point to Cody and no points to John, unfortunately.
Yes.
We'll go into topic 2, which is Destiny thoughts and impressions, and I'll just ask you guys questions because, like I said, I haven't played it, and we'll let you go, John.
Oh, okay. I love it so far. I've actually I got it the day of or whatever, and I took off work, so pretty much played it all day. And it's lived up to all the expectations that I had. The first, I guess, going through the first, like leveling up to level 8 was about the same as the beta, so there's no real big surprises. So after that, like you get to go to do all the moon missions, and everything after that is, it's awesome. It's pretty exciting. I played it for a day or two, and then I guess I wanted to get the reaction of everybody else, and then like I see a lot of negative things about it. Like people said that it's the biggest game hyped up all year, and I love it so far. So I went online and I wanted to see what the internet thought, and the internet is, I guess, a little disappointed in it, and I can't really see why, because the multiplayer is, the Crucible is, I mean, it's really just you pick a game type and you go in it. There's no like options or custom parties or lobbies. You just go play. So I think that's pretty cool. You just pick a game and you jump in your friends and you just go play it. The story is I think it's good. I thought it could be better, but so far the story is pretty interesting. I heard it's not too dangerously long, but that's not a problem. What I really like doing is exploring all the places you can go, just like go patrol. That's what it's called. So I like doing that a lot. Just go on the planets and just, I guess the cool thing you can do is go find all these golden chests, which I guess have like some pretty good gear in there. I found a few of them, but that's one thing I like really doing is just go into all these places and just doing whatever I want and shooting stuff and finding things and exploring. So I mean, so far I love it so far.
Yeah, I think because I've had a look around the internet, and like you, there are a lot of people disappointed with it. And I think it ties back to sort of like Watch Dogs syndrome, I guess you could call it, where so much hype has been built up for it, and then people have just had over-ambitious expectations. Quite a few critics did say, though, that it's not as open as they were hoping. I'm not sure if that's a reasonable critique, but the games feel very linear, not the missions, I should say, sorry, feel very linear, like you're not able to explore a planet as a whole. Is that
yeah, I guess is what they're saying is, like, if say you go to like Venus, there's only like 8 or 9 spots you can go to, and when you go, so I guess you can't really explore the entire planet. Even in Explorer, you can just go to those spots. Like, I guess they're all connected. So when you explore, or patrol is what they call it, you just go to those spots. So you can't technically like just roam the planet wherever you want.
Yeah, I guess you have to view Destiny very much as you would an MMO. I mean, how many MMOs when they first launch are brilliant? It takes years of updates and patches for them to truly become the power they are, especially World of Warcraft. I know when that was first released, it didn't have the mass amount of support and love for it as it does now. So I think we've just got to give Destiny a bit of time for all those people that are hating on it. I mean, there's going to be patches, there's going to be expansions. You've just got to wait, and I think that's how games are going to be done from now on. I mean, we've certainly seen smaller studios start off with sort of alpha stages of games, and I think Destiny's sort of like the AAA studio that's kind of done that. Just got to be patient, I guess. What are your thoughts on it, Cody?
I mean, I'm impressed. I wouldn't say I'm like, flipping out at everything I see. Like, oh man, look at that! Oh man, this is crazy. This is great. I'm impressed. I know a lot of people online right now are comparing it to Halo, which I think's really not what you should be doing, but because they're two different things. Because a lot of people are complaining, well, it doesn't have custom matches. I can't PvP my friends in like certain game types, and there's not a lot of campaign, and the story's not, up to par with Halo. I don't think you can compare both to each other, because it's just two different things. And like you said, Noah, there's going to be expansions, different maps, I'm sure. There are still things we haven't even seen yet. I remember back in the beta, there was the Iron Banner, and I mean, that hasn't even opened up yet. And the Iron Banner was only open for, I think, a day in the whole week I think we had for the beta. And that's a whole different playlist for the Crucible. And, there are tons of stuff that they could kind of, exclusive event here for a week. And, we just haven't seen that yet. And I don't think you can really give swift judgment to, something that has so much stuff coming up in the future. But I'm impressed,
Yeah, I mean, that was the main sort of selling point, was that they invested 300 million into this game. 300 million for Destiny, 300 million. And I think it's... and I actually read an article about it, and they said that 300 million isn't for the game on launch, it's for the whole lifetime of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to have these constant updates that are going to just keep making it better and better. And I've seen some videos, and God, does it look good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it truly looks astounding. Like, you just look up into the sky and just all that detail, I think.
I mean...
just give it time.
The only gripe I've had so far, and this is me, not the game, playing the alpha and only having the access to go to, level 8 or 9, and then playing the beta, having, the ability to only go to 8 or 9, and then going to the full game, I still had that alpha and beta mindset where... when I went to Tower, which is where all the hub, where all the stores are, I got there and I'm like, yeah, well, there's level 20 gear that I'm not going to get, Like, I was in that mindset where I wasn't excited for anything past Earth, because, that's all I'd played for the past, not past 2 weeks, but collectively 2 weeks. And once I hit level 10, I'm like, oh, wow, there's the moon. There's so many other levels. But that first part, I was stuck in a rut of, beta, alpha, so...
Yeah, I think I'm going to appreciate this game a lot more than most of the internet have, just because I refused to play the alpha or beta, because I knew that once I did get my hands on it, everything would be new to me. And I think that's where the people just hyped it so much that it's just not lived up to their unrealistic expectations.
It was a really weird feeling, too, like... I mean, I was so excited to get it, and then I wasn't excited like a week before it came out. And I'm like, I might get it later. And, like, I got it, and I'm like, well, I'm just not going to get friggin' N-tier gear. It's like, what's the point? And I'm like, oh, no, wait, I'm not playing the alpha or beta anymore. But, yeah, I think where you're not going to be in that mindset, it's going to be a crazy experience, but...
Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to it. Hopefully I get it within the next week. I know it's shipped from the UK, so here's hoping that it'll arrive swiftly. I think we've covered Destiny pretty much. It's a good game, but it could be better, is the general consensus, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to round 2 of the questions.
Yes.
And you've got... I'll start off with you, John, because I want you to get a point. Okay.
Oh, man.
So, this is one of your favourite games. It's in Skyrim. There are 13 standing stones that grant you certain abilities. I would like you to tell me what this Tower Stone ability does.
Tower Stone?
The Tower Stone.
Let me think. Okay, hold on. Let me think. There's no options to this one, huh?
No.
Man.
I would say I'd give you a hint and say it's pretty much similar to Oblivion, but I don't think you've played that one, have you?
Oblivion? Oh, I played it. It's forever ago.
Yeah.
So the tower. Hold on.
Here, let me think for a second.
I'm not using Google. I'm not cheating.
No, I'm just joking.
I think, I don't know the specifics of it, but I want to say it has something to do with, defense or something. I don't know what the specific thing is. Like, your defense goes up for an amount of time or whatever. I'm not sure.
No.
No.
That's right.
Nope.
Short answer, no. No, the answer is it allows you to unlock any expert level lock or lower once per day.
Oh
I
man,
don't
that
even
was
know
horrible.
what that is.
Ah.
I'm glad I didn't
Maybe
get
I-
that
Man,
one either.
I don't
Maybe
know
you
anything about anything.
Maybe you just got that really hard one, John.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Well, mate, hopefully this is just as hard for Cody. It's about Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh man.
I want you to name the name of the sleeping dart gun that you automatically acquire when you play it on very easy.
Oh, it's the EZ gun, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was his question.
Man, that question was so easy.
Ha! That was a pun for the internet. Awesome.
I thought you'd get the Skyrim one. You said you
Are
invested
you
200
kidding me?
hours.
Out of the 13 options of this game you played 2 years ago, here you go. You basically just told him the answer to his question.
Yeah, I'll be honest, we pretty much did. But
Okay. Next
okay.
time round, Cody gets the hard questions. How about that?
No, that's all good. This makes me want to go back and play Skyrim and just like memorize everything that's in the game. I'm gonna write
It's like
everything
one day,
down.
Someone holds a
Yeah.
gun to your head. John,
Right.
what does the Tower Stone do? I don't know.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Okay, anyway, that's 2 points. No points to John. Sorry about that, John. I'll try and make them a bit easy next time.
Alright, good.
Go on to round 3. Not round 3, topic 3, sorry. Which gaming character would you like to see revived or done away with? And I think you should start off with this, Cody.
Well, I mean, if you knew anything about me, obviously my answer would be I'd love to see Mega Man revived. A lot of people are saying, Mega Man's dead. Capcom's throwing him in the trash. He's over with. I would say Capcom still cares for Mega Man, not as much as they used to, but, I think the love is still there. But I would love to see an old, classic Mega Man game made. As much as I appreciate Mighty Number 9 and what they're doing, and for God's sakes, I backed them. So, Mega Man, not Beck. I'd love to see an old classic Mega Man game, and it's just not the same. That, and like I said, I backed Mighty Number 9, and with it, I got access to the first level, like beta-wise. I'm not impressed. It definitely doesn't feel like Mega Man. It feels more like Mega Man X, and even then I wouldn't say that. So, if Mighty Number 9 doesn't give me my Mega Man fix, pray that Capcom digs Mega Man out of the trash.
I think that's the problem with Capcom in general, though. They're sitting on so many good IPs, and they're not using them. But they keep releasing like Street Fighters and things like that, and it's just like, well, just explore a bit. I mean, hopefully that new Dungeon Crawler one, we haven't heard much of that for a while, but I've completely forgotten what. Deep Down.
Oh, Deep Down, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea. What is this?
It's kind of like a Dark Souls, like more online kind of thing, where it's like randomly generated dungeons, and it looks interesting, but we haven't heard about it for ages, so I wonder if they're maybe having some trouble.
Does it look like Dragon's Dogma-esque? Well, I guess
it looks more like Dark Souls, I think.
Yeah, it looks more like Dark Souls, sort of set in the future kind of thing. Because you're in the future, and then you go through portals to dungeons. That's essentially what I got from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
about
saw the trailer
Capcom lately. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. What about you, John? What gaming character would you like to see revived or done away with?
I had a few in mind, but I guess mine would be, it's going to be characters. I would kind of like to see a new revamped, I guess, like Battletoads game. I mean, like, I played the NES game as a kid, and dude, it was so much fun. We can go around and like you punch someone in your hand, like turns into like a big fist. You smack them out of the screen, stuff like that. Like I would love to see like I would like to bring those guys back and maybe have a game or two with those, because that was awesome. I love that game, and it got really hard at the end, and it was just brutal, and it was such a fun game. So yeah, I would like to see like a new, like next gen Battletoads game or something like that.
Did you?
Yeah. You go ahead, Cody.
Did you ever play the Double Dragon Battletoads crossover game?
No, I didn't. I did play like both separately, but I never did that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an NES game. I've been for some reason, it's weird that you bring this up. I've been watching Battletoads like gameplay for the past like week for no reason whatsoever. I thought it was really
wow,
weird.
that's
Yeah, but yeah, you should give that a look sometime. It's pretty interesting.
yeah. I've never heard of that. Yeah, for sure.
It's quite a good question. My one, I would have to say the narrator from Bard's Tale. I'm not sure if you guys played that game, but I just think it's one of the few games where like it breaks kind of like the fourth wall, where the gaming character has a discussion with this narrator, and I think that just needs to be implemented in more games, just because it was obviously just for a comedy sort of element. Yeah. Like, and I just think if that if they implemented that more in other games, it would be just so great. Because one of the sort of like scenario type things is the bard goes down to kill a rat in a basement, and he kills the rat, and he sort of holds up his sword, and then the bard goes, "Great bard," and "Rat Spain," and just starts complimenting him, and then a rat appears behind him and starts breathing fire on him. It's a random game, but I just think if you didn't have that narrator doing saying all that stuff, it wouldn't have had the impact, such hilarious impact with the rat come behind him. But apart from that, there's not really many. I guess Jack and Daxter, they're game characters that I'd like to see revived, but I'm not sure.
I couldn't think of anyone to do away with. Like I was thinking about that, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I hated like a specific character that much.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is, I mean, I couldn't think of a character to do away with because, I mean, there are characters I don't like, but I'd hate to see the fan base, like... Because, I mean, if like I said, if Mega Man was to totally get trashed and, out to the junkyard, I would be really upset. So, I mean, I couldn't think of anyone to just, throw away, so...
Right.
Yeah, and I guess, apart from Smash or PlayStation All-Stars, it's more the IP that's been done away with, not necessarily the character anyway. Yeah.
Right.
So, I guess maybe Jigglypuff from Smash because she's just annoying.
I think I could probably get behind that. Yeah.
Or another annoying thing about Smash is Yoshi. They need to give him better movesets.
I think they did.
Oh, have
they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if they've completely revamped his movesets, but I know they really changed him around in. Nintendo Direct back, and I think in like July, they showed tons of his moves, and I think he's pretty different.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll check out a video of that because I'm not sure if I will end up getting Smash, but I'm not sure if I'll get it on release. But I know, we'll see. I just need that reason to buy a Wii U, so maybe that's it. I don't know. We'll move on to round 3, and you two actually picked questions for each other, so John, you can't have a go at me for this one being too hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
I fear that this might be a little brutal. But...
It's I don't think it's gonna be that hard.
But considering I did sort of mess up with Bruce's questions, you can get 3 points from this if you get it, and Cody just 1 point.
All right,
because they were
the equalizer.
Here we go.
Yeah. All right.
And we'll leave your question to last, John, just to build up tension. Okay. The audience will love it. So, Cody, this is from John.
Right.
You're going to find something funny about these questions.
Oh, no.
They've got a certain theme to them.
Okay.
In Final Fantasy X, pertaining to Blitzball, which player has the highest shot attribute at level 99?
Oh my god. That's the one thing I hated about friggin' Final Fantasy X the most.
Yes!
Like... Getting Wakka's ultimate weapon was the worst part of that whole game, bar none. Oh my god. 99 shot stat, or max shot, wait, what'd you say?
Which player has the highest shot attribute at level 99?
Oh my god. There's so many names running through my head, and none of them mean anything to me. Oh man, there's 3 choices I have right now. And I'm gonna play this like I want to be a millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? I'm gonna tell you what I think, and it's either Waka, Titus, or Brother, and I have no idea. Actually, I could be totally wrong. Oh man. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Brother. It's totally not Brother.
No, it's not. It's not the other two that you mentioned either. It's Keeper.
Who?
Keeper.
God,
okay, so
I hate that.
The stock goalkeeper for the Becerra.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Level
Yeah,
99.
yeah, I remember that too because the second you said Keeper, I'm like, oh my god, because he's that guy that I always used to keep as my goalkeeper because that's what he started off at. He had great goalkeeper stats too, and I knew there was a character. I'm like, it can't be Brother, it can't be Titus, and it can't be Waka, but it's just this the only thing I could think of. Well, bummer.
Oh. So that leaves you on 2 points, John. If you get this right, you win.
Oh, let's do it.
Oh man.
What are the names of Seymour Guardo? I think that's how you pronounce it. Seymour Guardo's 3 transformations in Final Fantasy X.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man. Okay. Shoot. The first 2 were easy.
Yeah, I only knew 2.
Terrible.
I had to look up the other one.
Oh my gosh. Did we just pick the same game?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's what I thought was funny about it.
Oh man, I feel so stupid right now. Hold on. I know one. He has like that little animal thing that comes out the back. You have to kill that too. What is that? What was that called?
Sounds like it's really physically hurting you.
It is. It's hurting me that I don't know this. I played this game so much.
Yeah.
We can always hear the cogs in your brain, John.
Oh man, I can't even think of the third one. Like I can't
so
even think
what
of
are the 2 that you know?
I can't think of the names of them. I know exactly what they look like, but I'm like, I don't know. 3 transformations. I'm deep in thought right now. It's gonna take a really long time. Hold on. I gotta get at least one of these. It's terrible. I can't think of any of them. Just tell me them.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's Seymour Natus, Seymour Flux, and Seymour Omnis.
The Flux is what I was thinking of.
I didn't know that. I forgot Natus because that fight is always so weird. Because that's the one you're talking about, the snake behind his back when you first meet him.
Yeah.
I never remember that one because that one's so easy. But yeah, Flux and Omnis are the ones I remember. Well, there you go.
Well, Cody won that quiz.
By a landslide.
2 points to 0. I'm sure you'll come back stronger next time, John.
Yeah, I hope so.
You're just going to be studying the internet furiously.
You're not going to see me playing any games. I'm going to be like on the internet.
I can't play Minecraft right now. I'm finding out the characters of all the characters of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was a good podcast. That'll do it for episode 10 of deBETA. Thank you for joining us. Remember to check out all of our content on IceDJgaming.com for news, reviews, and our other podcasts, the Alphacast. Also check out our partners over at 8bitchimp.com for more video game goodness, essentially. If you have topics that you would like us to debate, go on our forums and leave a message there, or you can send us an email at deBETAcast@gmail.com, or you can tweet any of us. You can tweet John at
MX2Nerd,
and you can tweet Cody at
YDocVader, YDOCVADER.
And you can tweet me at NoahGraham17. That's NoahGraham17. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
That's it.
See you guys.